So in this video, we are going to solve a question based on our topic of rational numbers. This is taken from exercise 1.1. It's question number 2. Write additive inverse of each of the following. So these are the numbers given to us and we have to find the additive inverse of each of the following. Now first of all, let us quickly remember what is additive inverse. So I have noted it down here. Additive inverse of a number is nothing but a negative of a number. Okay, what this basically means is, so additive inverse of p is going to be minus p. Okay, and additive inverse of minus p is going to be p. It's just a negative of a number. So if a number doesn't have a negative sign, you add a negative sign in front of that number, and if a number has a negative sign, you remove the negative sign from the number. Okay, very simple. Additive inverse is in fact a fancy name for just a negative of a number. A negative of a number is called as the additive inverse of the number. So why is this called additive inverse? Because when you add these two numbers, the addition is always equal to 0. A number and its additive inverse, when they are added, the the addition is equal to 0. Same goes with this. Minus p plus p is going to be 0. Hence it is called additive inverse. Okay, now let's come back to this first number. It's written as 2 by 8. So it's of the form p. So its additive inverse is going to be, additive inverse of p is going to be minus p. So I'm going to write it down here. So additive inverse of 2 by 8 is going to be minus 2 by 8. Okay, similarly we have minus 5 by 9. So minus this, minus 5 by 9 is of the form minus p. So additive inverse of minus 5 by 9 is going to be plus 5 by 9. Okay, note that in each of these cases the addition of the number and its additive inverse is equal to 0. The addition of minus 5 by 9 and 5 by 9 is equal to 0. Okay, now we go to the next third number. So it's given minus 6 upon minus 5. So there are two negatives already. So we know that minus 6 divided by minus 5 in fact is equal to 6 by 5. Okay, because this minus and this minus, they cancel each other. So the given number is in fact 6 by 5, which is of this form p, and its additive inverse is going to be minus p. So its additive inverse, I'm going to make an arrow, is going to be minus 6 upon 5. Okay, so moving on, we have two more numbers. Okay, now we have the fourth question, 2 upon minus 9. So as we know, 2 upon minus 9 is nothing but, I mean, you can just write it as minus 2 by 9. Okay, doesn't matter whether if the negative sign is at the numerator or at the denominator, it is considered as the same thing. And now minus 2 by 9 is of the form minus p. So additive inverse of minus p is equal to p. So additive inverse of this is going to be 2 by 9. Okay, same is a scenario with this 19 upon minus 6. 19 upon minus 6 is basically equivalent to minus 19 by 6. So it is of the form minus p, and additive inverse of minus 19 by 6 will be 19 by 6. Okay, thus we have found out the additive inverse of all the 5 numbers that were given to us.